All right, it's an ungodly hour when I'm recording this, but I was thinking about it. I had to do it. So Travis, this one goes out to you. A lot simpler than the one that Josh was asking about. So to give a rundown of exactly what it is, Travis was asking for a workflow where a subpoena comes in. It's routed through an LLM, in this case ChatGPT. It's categorized and then extracts key information from the subpoena. And then using the extracted key info, pull the data from a database and then prepare a response to the subpoena where the database is pulling employee or customer records to respond to that subpoena. So pretty straightforward. I just base this off of some systems that I use myself that I know work really well. So all this is doing is watching in a Typeform for any new responses. You got a delay in case there's any errors. Also, I didn't include any error handlers. Like, you'd implement these in actual. This is just show workflow, right? So just sleep as an error handler. We're going to download all the files using an API call from the Typeform API, and then for each of the files that's submitted to the form, we're going to extract information about the PDF, like its structure, the different section names, and then based on that, we can intelligently chunk the PDF. So chunking is what you do when you're feeding it into an LLM to make sure you're not, like, you intelligently don't break that context window, because ChatGPT is like the world's smartest goldfish. It's got a really limited memory span. If you go outside of that, that's why you hear about like hallucinations, and it's especially a significant issue in something like a legal context where you have even the smallest of cases have just mountains of data. So it takes some really intelligent prompt engineering. But if you split it down like this and just chunking it, that's totally fine. So for each chunk of the PDF, you're going to convert it into some format that's easily read by the AI system. In this case, let's just hypothetically say JSON. That's what I use. And then using ChatGPT, we'll extract the key information from the subpoena, and then we will aggregate that information, parse it. And then, so this here is checking for each file submitted. So you could submit multiple PDFs if you wanted. So then PDF 1 comes down, it's chunked, and then processed through piece by piece by piece, then aggregated. File 2 comes down, chunked, piece by piece by piece, aggregated. So you could have multiple files going through here. It's a long and a short. And then you could have another aggregation of information across multiple PDFs if you wanted afterwards. I don't know the case here. Is it one PDF? Is it multiple? You change things up depending on the file structures. This is just like the general approach I would take to this. And then to get the information from the database, I don't know what kind of database it is. I don't know if you're storing files in like Google Drive, but I'm going to assume you're sending out some sort of key authorized request for the sake of it. And then just like I've shown in previous videos, all you do is connect into PandaDocs. You got your template documents, you insert the information that you've aggregated here into the variables, and away you go. That's it. Actually, that being said, I think what I would do is I would insert 2 more right here. And the reason I would do that, just make this a little messy for the sake of having something here. The reason I would do that is to categorize the information, like have one step to gather the information and then one person, or one, I'm so tired, one to format it, to paste it into the document. Yeah, that's the easiest way to go about this. Anyway, pretty straightforward workflow. I'm sure there'd be a few nuances, but it wouldn't take that long to set up. Let me know if you want the files or anything, and thanks, it's fun.